Hello guys and welcome. In this video I will explain in detail why did I change the Tracer 700 for this Honda VFR. I made some notes so it's gonna make it easy for you to understand. And without further ado, let's go. I have my phone here, so I'm gonna read some notes to make sure I'm not gonna forget anything. I'm just pulling up my notes, so bear with me please. Right, there they are. So before I say anything, let's state some facts, some pros and cons for both bikes. Pros for the Tracer: availability and parts. That means that you will have a lot of parts and you're gonna have a lot of options if you want to buy the bike. And yeah, obviously you're gonna find better prices and everything. Reliability, obviously the CP2 engine is extremely well, so everybody knows that it's an extremely good engine. There are some sirens here, I don't know what's going on. So reliability is a big thing. It's really reliable, two-cylinder. Value for money and resale, it's almost the same as availability and parts, which means that you will sell it for very good money. You will buy it for good money and you will sell it for good money. Lots of torque, obviously, two-cylinder engine, no matter the RPM, it will be extremely fast. Now, some cons: the engine can be tiring because it never relaxes, it's always like super angry, you know, like going eager. So even if you put a bit of throttle, it's always very angry in terms of, you know, it's not fast, it's not gonna kill you, but you cannot just relax, you know, for a second. It's not ideal for motorways, obviously. You can go like 70 miles per hour, which is the limit in English motorways, and it has 6 gear and almost 6,000 RPM. It's a very basic bike, so it does not have any kind of system, traction control or anti-wheelie control, or how you say that. Now, the pros for the Crossrunner, which is the one that you see on this feed here. Number one is obviously the engine, which is the most important thing of any, you know, car or a bike. This is a very smooth V4 engine, which means that it's even smoother than the inline fours. So it's very smooth at all times, and you will love riding this. Performance is obviously, it is a topic by itself. It's really fast, 105, 107 horsepower. The good thing with this engine is that it's actually VTEC, which means that lower than 6,000 RPM, it's very calm. Above than 6,000 RPM, the VTEC kicks in and is really aggressive and it's really beautiful actually. It's heavier bike, it's 250 something kilos compared to 197. So it's great for motorways, so faster, really nice. The sound, obviously, as a V4 engine, the sound is fantastic. There's no doubt about it. It sounds the best, better than inline 4 or any twin. And some cons now is, the biggest con I can say is that it's extremely rare bike, so you cannot really find any parts for this bike. So you can't find any boxes or any parts. If something breaks, I'm not quite sure what you're gonna do. So it's very rare and parts are very rare. So that's a big issue. It's very difficult probably to sell, as being a very rare bike, so I'm not quite sure if people understand V4 engines, the value, and if it's worth the money. Petrol consumption can be a negative as well if you are very excited. If you always drive on, you know, VTEC and stuff, can be a problem. Normally I'm getting about 200 miles per full tank, 220. If I go fast, I'm taking maybe 140, something like that. Servicing, of course, is going to be more expensive as a V4 engine. Valve clearance check and all that services is going to be more expensive, of course, way more complicated. Also because it's heavier, the tires will go faster. For example, the Tracer, I had the same tires up to 12,000 miles and even more. I'm not quite sure if I forgot something, but yeah, this is like some pros and cons. Both bikes are amazing. I would say, obviously, if you drive in the city, the Tracer is a much better bike. If you do like long trips, obviously V4 engine, either this or any other V4, they're not very common for emission reasons, I guess. Hopefully this, you know, like replies some of your questions you might have. Why did I change the bike? Had nothing to do with being faster. It's just, you know, I'm not quite a hooligan, so I would prefer to, you know, have a more subtle bike like this one. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I answered some questions, and if you have anything else, drop it down below and hopefully I can reply. Okay? All the best and have a nice day.